everyone, my name is Brianna and I'll be interviewing Guillermo here and seeing what he knows about animal cruelty. So can you please define animal cruelty or abuse in your own words?
So, animal abuse is basically mistreating or mishurting the animal. An example I can think of is like dog fights, where like people will pay dogs to fight each other. Is like very wrong because it's basically like paying each other to fight or like mistreating us because they have a heart and soul too, and it's not fair for them.
So the next question, do you think animal abuse is wrong?
Yeah, because they're almost like a human being. Like they show heart, compassion, feelings for one another. And like if we mistreat them, it's basically like hurting one of our own, and it's just not right.
So you believe that animals are like basically like humans, like little kids?
Basically, just different shapes and forms and characteristics.
If you saw an animal being abused, what would you do?
Well, I contact the owner to be like why she's doing this in the first place, and then maybe contact my local animal shelter to see if they can help out rescuing the animal.
If you know of a product you used that was tested on animals, would you still use it?
No, because I know that the product has to be tested on them before we can use it, and I know like there will be at times where like the animal will die or like be hurt for life, and it's just not right for them.
So thank you for your time. Hello, welcome back. I'm here with Damien and I'll be interviewing him about animal cruelty again. What are some types of animal cruelty?
You got animal testing, you got animal abuse, you got bestiality, you got a lot of things.
Okay. So have you ever like seen someone hurt an animal?
No, because I live in a white privileged neighborhood, so they always keep their animals in their house. So I've never seen anyone beat an animal. I've seen people eat animals, for example, like chicken.
Yeah. Do you think the life of an animal is just as important as a human life?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Okay. Because without animals, we wouldn't have gotten to where we were today. For example, I know back in not prehistoric times, but a long time ago, they had wolves with them to hunt and everything like that. They had animals help gather food. Like animals really helped evolve humans.
Do you know what country has the most animal abuse?
Obviously, America,
Like what part of America?
the United States of America,
Okay.
Kentucky.
Do you know the difference between abuse and neglect?
Yeah, neglect is like where you don't care for anything. Like you just don't treat the animal at all. Like you don't give it love or nothing. And animal abuse is a whole different thing. Like you're physically hurting the dog or cat, whatever the hell you have.
If you know a product that was being used and tested on animals, would you still use it?
I mean, I probably would, mostly because I don't know the circumstances. For example, the animal could already be dying, and they're just basically using it as like a donor. For example, like people in the hospital, when they die, they give their organs to them. So. But if I knew like the circumstances about it, I probably wouldn't use it.
But what if like the animal was about to die, but they could have saved the animal?
Then obviously I wouldn't use it. If it all depends if I know the circumstances or not.
Okay. So that's it for today. Thank you. Hello. So we're here with Jordan, and we're also gonna interview him about animal abuse and what he knows. So, do you know any facilities that use animals for like testing?
There's facilities for hair gel, hairspray, such like that for hair products.
Do you use them yourself?
No, I stopped using hair products around like 6th grade because I just let my hair be itself.
And why was the reason?
I just didn't want to put anything in my hair anymore.
So you just, okay. What is your opinion on animal cruelty?
It's like the most confusing part. You get an animal and you love it for a bit, but then when they get annoying, you start to think it's okay if I hit it, right? But it's not. The animals are just like kids. You know, they're little, they don't know what they're doing, and then when they get older, they just don't have that thought in their mind that they're gonna get abused a lot.
Do you think like older people like show like their kids like the way to abuse an animal, or like how do you think kids know what animal abuse is?
I think they know animal abuse is when they see it in first hand, or they know that's when you abuse an animal, just the same as abusing another person. So they pretty much have that idea in their head.
Why do you think people abuse animals, or like?
I think they just get out of the kick of it, because like it's just an animal, and then people really can't sue you or file a complaint against you because it's an animal. They don't have any rights, so you can take your frustration on them.
But did you know that there is rights for animals, because you could like put someone like in jail for abusing an animal?
There is, but if only you get caught.
Okay. So my next question is, do you know any places that take care of an animal that is being abused?
There's usually rehab stations for animals. And there's also like veterinarians. The pound. Usually people say the pound's a bad place, but usually there's some other places where they take care of them. They sew them up. They either get rid of anything that's popped inside their body, like a piece of glass, or if they're infected with something, they cut it out. So I don't know the names of those places, but I've heard of them.
Okay. Okay. Thank you for your time. The fuck? Okay, so I'm here gonna interview Jeanette and ask her some questions about animal cruelty. So in your own words, what is animal cruelty?
Animal cruelty is when you abuse animals and they get to the point of killing them.
How big is animal cruelty in this area or anywhere else?
In Waterville, it's not that much, but in Africa or in China, they use the animals to eat it or use like their skin, and it's more like common, or like it happens mostly like with.
Why do you think that they use their skin, of the animals?
It could be like for money, like if they want to like make something out of it, or food, just like eat it.
Or do you think that they use the skin for clothing also?
Yeah.
Okay, my next question is, so do you think the life of an animal is just as important as a human's life?
Yes, I do think that the animal is important as a human's life, because they have feelings too, and they live in the same world as us and have the rights to be alive and have the freedom to live.
Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. So I'm here with Crystal, and I'm gonna ask her some questions about animal cruelty. So, if a product was tested on animals, do you think you would still use it?
I don't know.
Like if you know, like a makeup, like lipstick, or like a brush was like tested on animals to see if it worked on humans, would you still use it? Why?
Because what if that has bacteria for a while? They can get sick, and like they're just.
Okay. My next question is, if you saw an animal being abused, what would you do?
I would not stop it because animal abuse is not good.
Why do you think like people abuse animals?
I don't know, I'm just guessing because they're angry and just want to be angry themselves. They should just beat them down.
And do you believe that animals have rights?
Yes,
Why?
because animals are like human beings, have feelings.
You witnessed like someone abuse an animal, or have heard of someone abuse of an animal? Do you think that animal abuse like has stopped now than before?
I think so. I would heard like news about how like guys or like people dating come dogs together.
Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.